The fifth and final round of the 2008 Le Mans Series, the Autosport 1000 kilometres of Silverstone, got underway in Great Britain on Friday with 2 free practice sessions. Having taken delivery of the car from Aston Martin Racing the week before, the entire JWA organisation has been working hard to prepare the all-new Aston Martin Vantage GT2 for Silverstone, its Le Mans Series competition debut. The driver lineup for the race truly reflected the international blend of talent and experience, with Great Britain, South Africa and Denmark represented retrospectively by Tim Sugden, Alain van der Merwe and Michael Eltsen. JWA continued to field the number 95 Porsche 997 GT3 RSR in the GT2 class, driven this weekend at Silverstone by series regular Paul Daniels, accompanied for the first time by Peter Bamford and Matt Griffin. A dry morning practice session saw the Staffordshire-based outfit tackle some of the issues faced with debuting a totally brand new race car. Friday's session was only the second time the team had run the car, following an initial shakedown test at Pembrey in Wales earlier in the week. The day proved to be a tale of 2 sessions though, with the morning's dry run followed by a rain-soaked session in the afternoon. Despite the challenging conditions, Sugden and Eltsen ensured that the number 93 entry, partnered this weekend by One York and TW Steel, ran with the GT2 leaders. Holding fourth for the majority of the hour-long run, the team declined the opportunity to go for glory and risk the chassis to top the timesheets. With a best lap of 2 minutes 18.447 seconds in the wet, JWA ended the afternoon 7th fastest in GT2 and 22nd overall. Saturday morning again brought varying conditions at the British track following Friday's dry and wet sessions. While the sun was breaking through in the final hour-long practice run, the still damp but drying circuit failed to allow the teams to commit to a tried and tested setup for the all-new GT2 Challenger heading into its first Le Mans Series qualifying run. Keeping the home theme going, Bradford-based Tim Sugden was charged with qualifying around Silverstone's sweeping Grand Prix circuit. Unfortunately, qualifying was a mixed affair as a brake grab issue sidelined the car in the pits, with 5 minutes of the 20-minute session remaining, leaving it 13th in the GT2 class.
We've obviously got some issue which has come from nowhere with the brakes, so it's a shame because the car felt the best that we've had it so far this weekend, and it just felt slow in a straight line, and I was wondering if we had an engine problem, but it looks like we've actually got some sort of a strange brake problem.
However, the team's number 95 Porsche entry enjoyed a solid run into 7th in class, its highest grid slot of the season. And so to race day, where the stunning 4.5 litre V8 powered Aston Martin Vantage GT2 made its European competition debut at Silverstone. Starting from 13th in class following the frustrating qualifying session, the team was still getting to grips with the car, having had just 1 day of testing prior to the weekend's 6-hour endurance race. After a clean start, Van der Merwe pitted 45 minutes later, with Michael Eltsen next up behind the wheel. The Danish touring car regular enjoyed a trouble-free stint, despite the first of the race's 2 full course cautions on his shift. He climbed into the top 10 with 39 laps recorded and was sitting 9th at the 2-hour mark when he pitted for Tim Sugden to start what would be a double stint. Sugden was back in the pits just a lap later though, with the team losing precious time and a potential 5th place finish as a flooring mount required repairing. Racing in front of an enthusiastic and sizable home crowd, the Brit held 9th in GT2 at the 3-hour mark and 20 minutes later climbed to 8th with 90 laps on the board. Alain van der Merwe relieved Sugden for his second stint as the 4-hour mark approached. An event-free period saw the South African up to 7th by lap 123 before he returned to the pits for Michael Eltsen to complete the run to the checkered flag. While the final laps of the race were interrupted briefly with the final safety car period for crash debris, Eltsen kept the JWA entry on track for a debut finish, the Dane clocking 150 laps around Silverstone's Grand Prix circuit with 5 hours and 25 minutes gone. With that result, JWA celebrated a points-paying GT2 debut for the One York and TW Steel partnered number 93 Aston Martin Vantage GT2, Eltsen claiming the checkered flag in 7th place.
Alright, it was good getting to know the car and getting it out there and seeing how well it performed during the entire race. The drop-off of the car wasn't that big, so that's a positive thing. So what we have to do now is just look at all the positive things, which is we got through, we got some data on the car, and then we can work on that to get a better car for next time, because there is potential in the car.
It was great to get a finish. We're disappointed, in fairness. We're not getting, a clean run. With a clean run, we don't want fifth, which is sort of last of the untroubled runners. We need more pace out of the car, but we've got to finish the finish. Game wanted to finish, and we got it, so it's cool.
Confident going into next season now?
It's a real good baseline, that is. We know the car's going to do 6 hours. We know the car. We know what to do to the car to make it faster. The team had a few rough edges on. We put them quicker in the pit stops. We need to start working it as an organism. So let's hope it comes. But it won't. We don't need to hope it'll come. It will.